That being said, though, as you see, we have a brand new thumbnail and everything. We're ready to rock and roll. But I am a little sad though, Jackson, that Lee Corso is retiring after week one. I am kind of sad about that, but
But we do get a documentary special out of it on Friday. So, and
yes. But with all that being said, though, Jackson, let's make some picks, shall we? The time
absolutely.
the time has come, Jackson, to make some picks. Let's not waste any more of these good people's time. And what a way to start off week one. I mean, not week one, week zero. Got ahead of myself. Week zero, noon Eastern on ESPN, Farmageddon in Dublin, Ireland, Iowa State versus Kansas State. State and Kansas State opens as a 3-point favorite. Jackson, how you feeling about this game?
Well, I'm looking back at the Kansas State Iowa State rivalry in Farmageddon. I'm looking at the fact that Iowa State has won 5 out of the last 7 matchups against Kansas State. Now, that's pretty huge right there. The only time we've seen Kansas State win against Iowa State in that time has been in
Mm-hmm.
2019 and 2022. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State's had the upper hand lately, but does that mean they'll have the upper hand in Ireland? We'll wait and see. Now, I can't
Mm-hmm.
wait to see some more magic from Avery Johnson. Like, I'm curious to see what he's going to bring out. And Rocco Bet, that's going to be really good to see
Mm-hmm.
those two go at it.
Yes, it's two experienced quarterbacks in Rocco Beck and Avery Johnson. And that's the story of this game, I think, Jackson. You've got two experienced returning quarterbacks and two teams that are possibly the favorites to win the Big 12, if there ever is a such thing as a favorite to win the Big 12, as some critics would call it. But Rocco Beck and Avery Johnson, they do a lot of different things better than the other. Like Avery Johnson is as athletic as it could get, but he's very turnover prone. Rocco Beck, not as athletic, but not turnover prone. He's very concise with the ball, precise, puts it on the money where it needs to go. I'm liking this matchup, Jackson, for a couple other reasons too. I want to see how Iowa State's offensive production, where's that at? I know it's a week zero game, and you really can't sometimes tell what a team can be. I mean, Florida State was an outlier, I think, last
Oh,
year, but Iowa State lost a lot of production, especially in the receiving room. So I want to see how that is. And Kansas State's defense, that's one of their big calling cards under Chris Kleiman, is always having a very tough, solid defense. This is, for me, Jackson, this is a pretty good game to start in Ireland. I, I think we're getting a treat. We're getting Iowa State, Kansas State. It's a nice little treat. You know, I'm glad that this is the Ireland game and they didn't give us anything yucky to start out with, but I'm kind of looking forward to this. And what I want to touch on too, Jackson, talk about this game a little bit, is in your opinion, Jackson, who needs this game more? Like,
in my mind, I think it's Iowa State that needs it more
mhm. And why would that be, Jackson? Just in
because
light
they
with
need
the,
momentum for the
mhm.
2025 season. They really need to show people that they are back in it. They are back on track. They are going to make sure they can go back to the Big 12 title.
Mm-hmm. And here's
They've
the
not
thing.
they've not won a conference title since 1912.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad. Well, that's not good.
Mm-hmm. And what I will say to this too is, as well, Jackson, is I understand it. I'm the opposite. I think Kansas State needs this more, especially from a momentum perspective. You know, because it's been a minute since they've won the Big 12, since they've gotten close. They won it 3 years ago in 2022. And typically that is the Chris Kleiman quota. Wins 8, 9 games, wins a Big 12 title. But I feel like if he does not win this game on Saturday, it could begin the questioning because Kansas State didn't get a favorable draw. They got some of their harder games on the road this year. Like they got Utah this year, who a lot of people expect to be better. Um, of course, they've got Kansas, who everyone's hoping they can return to a 7-8 win under Lance Leopold. I mean, this is interesting. I mean, I could see your point, Jackson, but I just think Kansas State needs this. If they don't win this game, I'm not saying it's a downer on their season, but they've got too much talent to go 9-3. This could be the year they could capitalize and go 10-2. But with that being said, though, Jackson, who do you have winning this game?
Oh, simple. I got Kansas State winning this one 28-24 against Iowa State.
I got Kansas State as well in a 31-25 Kansas State victory. I think they win it by 6, and they open up with a win. On to Idaho State UNLV.
Well, before we get to
Mhm.
that game that no one cares about, Idaho State UNLV,